sucks is you can only put 25-pound plates on here. You can't put the 45s on. I use every 25-pound plate in the gym.
What's your birthday usually?
Well, it's supposed to be like a superset chest flies with rear delts on the cables, but that's being used right now. So I'm gonna do this and then do rear delts on that cable fly. That's all we're fitting out there. So. Basically just people telling me that I should. Like it was never really like a goal I had until like enough people were like, man, have you ever thought about it? And I was like, and I just did it and won the buffalo on my first try. So I was like, oh, maybe I should like stick with it, you know? Just needed to get my legs up and my chest. Yeah, so like this whole, like that, those are the major areas. They start a little bit in my lower back too, but yeah, like this whole off season has been like strictly focused on legs. Like I was doing a women's wellness workout plan.
Like three times a week?
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, it worked. So like my legs have like doubled in size from last year. So, and hopefully I can get my legs a little bit leaner. That's like where I hold all my water and all my fat is in my quads. So do these real light, controlled.
So with construction, do you work in like the fucking like really bad weather?
Yeah, I work year round. Rain, snow, sunshine.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
respect. I know it's cold as fuck.
Unless it's like terrible out, then like if we can work, we'll work.
That's just, then you gotta go train, which I respect because this time
Yeah.
I'll be out in the cold, go train. I'm like, bro, this is shitty day.
Yeah, I mean, I posted something like that's like the number one question I get is like, how do I do that? I mean, like your body adjusts to it. Like, trust me, it sucked at first, like working 10 hours, 11 hours a day, manual labor, and then having to go train afterwards. But like, you get used to it. It doesn't get any easier. It just feels more normal. You know what I mean? But
I respect it. A lot of people be
yeah,
like, oh, I work 8 hours. I don't feel well. And then go home.
yeah,
After the whole workout. But to be on prep and to look at manual labor guys,
yeah. It definitely takes a lot of energy, for sure. It's definitely not something that's like easy to start off with, too. Like construction. Since I was like 21, I'm 25, so like 4 years, something like that. I've been an iron worker for 2. I've been an iron worker for 2 years. Before that, I did just like odd end construction jobs, like landscaping, masonry work, stuff like that.
is this something that you always been into? Like just manual labor, like blue collar work?
No, I mean, I was in the Navy,
Oh shit.
right? So I went into the Navy to do special forces, and I quit out of that. And in the Navy, I ended up working in intelligence, sitting behind a desk all day, and I just like, it was cool and all, but like I just like hated it. Like, I'm more of like a hands-on person. Like I need to like do stuff. Like the ADHD in me, I can't sit behind a desk all day for 8 hours, just like staring at a computer. I go crazy. Yeah, I want to take it to the max. Like, I just like, push it as far as I can. See how far I can get. The goal is to lift Not a fan of that bench, to be honest. breathing like Sam Sulek.
How much
All right.
cardio have you been doing?
I'm not doing any cardio right now.
Huh?
None. Right now it's just steps in a day.
Or like 10,000?
Yeah, so I try and get 10,000 steps in a day. And no like dedicated cardio. I do like, I'll do some here and there just to do it. But
I feel like your job is so big, man.
yeah, like I'm constantly on my feet all day, walking around, picking up and carrying heavy shit, big pieces of steel, holding stuff over my head, you know, like, so, yeah. I get to work out all day long, which you can either see that as like a negative or a positive. I like to look at it as a positive, like it's helping me grow more, in my perspective. Other people might look at it and think like, oh, this is taken away from energy I can spend towards the gym, whereas like I said earlier, you just get used to it, you know what I'm saying? So, for sure. I don't know if I've done the Atlas chest press yet. See how it feels with one plate. I think I got Smith machine shoulder press next, so we can be able to try it out. Yeah. I can't see that far. I try and like keep a good balance of it, like lifting heavy and like doing it slow and controlled too with a little bit lighter weight. I feel like there's benefits to both. Like, I don't think it's right to say one way is correct and one way is incorrect. Let's go lateral raise, one of my favorites. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like I tend to like free weights a little bit more on like a lot of things. Probably do one more drop shot like I did. Doing a little bit more volume than what my coach is calling for me to do, but especially with shoulders, like you definitely need volume to grow your shoulders. The calves are like the same way, it's just volume. this year, I think it's gotten easier. Feels more normal, but it's definitely mentally taxing still. Like I'm having to focus to actually do it, and like, because I do catch myself sometimes where like halfway through a set, like the first half, I'll do it like super slow and controlled, and then if I lose focus somehow, for whatever reason, I'll catch myself like speeding up and like just getting the reps in. But it's not 100% perfect. It doesn't have to be, you know, as long as you get reps there at the end of the day. And I've got pretty bad ADHD too, so it's like already hard for me to focus. So if I lose my focus in the gym, it's like really throws me off sometimes. That's why I'm like, I don't really like conversate or like socialize with people at the gym, because like I'll lose track of my entire workout. Like, you know what I mean? It'll throw off my whole vibe for that. Like I'll be mentally prepared to go in and lift, do the work, and you know, like you get to talking to people, and it, you know, people are always like, "Oh, you look like a dick." Like I don't want to come up and talk to you. And I'm like, one, good, and two, that's just my face. Like I'm actually a nice dude. The resting bitch face has its benefits when it comes to that, for sure. Do one last third set, and then finish off with go right into quick chest press, get a pump. Around, I want to say January last year, I picked them up. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, David's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude, and he knows his shit. And he like puts health first, which is like super important. You want to guess what my like rest day calories are right now? Yeah. It's a good guess. That's like 2,900. Pretty much 3,000. Yeah. Bodybuilding, it's like such an individual sport, which is like why it's like you really got to find a good coach that knows what they're talking about. Because like one thing is not going to work for the next 4 people, you know what I mean? Like you can't just like, everyone's different. like seriously like the end of my senior year of high school. In the Navy, I kind of switched over to more like a bodybuilding type lifting style. Kind of just took off from there.
Taking up my